Give me a hand. Help me!
Say, who thinks they've got the might to take us on? How about it? Beat us in a fight and we'll give you a fine reward. There's a fee, of course, but it ain't much. Just... Alright! Hey! It's time to use the secret weapon! Impressive. Very impressive. Here, you can take your reward.
How do you do? What is it this time? I'm touched. All right. So, that's how you see me, eh? I suppose we could chalk it up to the times we live in. There are so many challenges vying for one's attention. Hence my constant need for a pipe. I well know tobacco to be an indulgence, but the day I stop smoking it is the day I end up looking more severe than ever. Princess Atsuko was adopted by Lord Shimazu at the age of 17. Since then, she has lived to carry out the duties assigned to her. Immured within the inner sanctum of Edo Castle, she has had to wage a lonely fight for government reform. And her sole consolation is that feline, which perhaps explains the inordinate amount of affection she showers upon it. I see. That concludes business.
Over here. Oh, it's you. I understand you work for Katsu now. That being the case, there's a duty I would have you perform. I was the wife of the previous shogun, you know. There's no hiding such things from me. But I speak in jest. Katsu serves the shogunate. It stands to reason I have dealings with them. The duty in question is the protection of the shogunate vassals. Following the purge, resentment towards the shogunate has continued to grow. And of late, I've been feeling uneasy. Without definite proof of a threat, however, I can't set people to work. Thus, I would turn to you for help. If you have any other questions, I'd be glad to answer them. I wish I did, but I can't say anything for certain. I'd be happy if it turns out it was all in my mind. So, will you do it? Will you protect the retainers? Wonderful. I can see why Katsu places his trust in you. If something were to happen, it would be after everyone has left the castle. You may stand by in the area till then. It appears I was right to feel uneasy. Katsu's escort has not returned. Indeed. I'm depending on you. We can't afford to lose Katsu. Not now, of all times. I will come with you. As much as it pains me to do so, I must ask her to hold the fort. It be just a little while. I have made my decision. Let's be on our way. But my dress is not suited for the rains. I'm afraid you'll have to give me a lift. Let's go. The last time I rode like this, I must have been with my stepfather. Katsu was assaulted at the fireworks display on the Sumida River. He ought to have been more careful. He is a true patriot, you know. We must protect such people at all costs. I figured there'd be bandits along the way. I'll set them and...
Those shogunate cowards are massing together to make a stand.
Don't mind me. Help Katsu!
You're here! Our force.
Cut down all those who side with the shogunate!
feared the worst for a moment there. Sorry for the hassle. You're from Satsuma, aren't you?
What if I am?
Well, well, this is quite the predicament. If she were to find out about this...
It seems the situation is under control. I'm glad both you and Takahashi are safe. As for the villain... What? Nakamura?
Princess! What are you doing here?
I should ask you that. With Lord I's death, Satsuma should have made peace with the shogunate. Yet, here you are making trouble.
With all due respect, I think that's a mistake. The shogunate should not have opened up Japan. It isn't fit to rule. Mr. Saigo would surely say the same.
Imbecile! The Saigo I knew would never think of doing something so foolish as attacking Katsu! I won't listen to any more of this nonsense. You'll be dealt with later. Now be gone from my sight! Forgive me. It's just... I wasn't expecting to see a familiar face. Of late, I had been feeling that something was amiss at the residence. In hindsight, that must have been the source of my unease. The blame for this incident lies with the Satsuma. We've caused a great deal of trouble, and for that, I apologize. Katsu is the rarest of men. One who possesses both ambition and talent. It wouldn't do to have him leave us in such a manner.
Please, you'll make me blush. So, as to what happens next. It'd cause complications with the Satsuma if we punished Nakamura. I believe it'd be best to simply pretend none of this happened.
As you say. My thanks, Katsu. I must thank you as well. Your service will not go unrewarded.
lend me a hand, will you? Sorry for stopping you like that. I promise it's for a good reason. You see, there is this local herbalist who wants to turn himself into a mummy. And he'd like someone to gather materials in his stead. What do you say? A simple job for a mighty warrior like yourself, no? Heavens! I haven't introduced myself yet, have I? The name's Yoshizo Sudo. I'm just your average informed citizen. I love to write down whatever I see and hear. Perhaps you've heard of me? I've got a book series out called the Fujiyokaya Diary. In any case, there is all sorts of things required for mummification. Think you can get them for my herbalist friend, huh? It's funny, but he said something about wanting to prove his research. He certainly is an odd fellow, that one. Oh, wonderful! I knew you'd be willing to help. It's like they say, you can always rely on the kindness of strangers. And before I forget, I've written down the materials here on this paper. In the meantime, I'll ask the herbalist for more details. Please don't kill me! Somebody help me! Thank you. I deal in rare goods, you see, and those guys nearly robbed me of all my stock. But you saved my life, so please take anything you want. Well, maybe not take, but I'm sure I have something you'll want. What will it be?
Is there anything else? Please come again. said your prayers.
Scholars always needing
This ain't none of your business! How they described you! I never expected you to be so strong.
Thank you, thank you. You really are a mighty warrior. Where there is life, there is hope, huh? You really came in the nick of time. But what rotten luck, huh? How are getting jumped like that? Them? Of course not. I've never seen them before in my life. They must have mistaken me for somebody else. In any case, I knew that you were strong, but you surpassed my expectations. Clearly, my eyes did not deceive me. But where are my manners? This is my herbalist friend I was telling you about.
Did you bring me the persimmons and salt I asked for? Thank you. I know it's not much, but please accept this as payment. Persimmon seeds actually help to prevent flesh from rotting. You see, I guess I will soon be proof of that. Indeed. Which reminds me, Sudo, you may write about it in your diary. And tell your future readers to dig me up someday.
Certainly, certainly. I'll definitely include that. And let me thank you also for your hard work. As bread always falls butter side down, you can be sure we'll meet again.
Hey! Ah, there you are. I used to come here all the time, you know. But the last time I came, things didn't quite go as planned. If only it were something like that. What I'm saying is I can't face going in there today. Why don't we take care of something else first? I'm sorry. What I'm saying... Ah, all right. Anything to help forge a new Japan. We'll probably find Hachiro at the dojo around this time of day. Huh? It's this way.
Been a while, Ryoma.
True. It's good to see you again. I've come to ask a favor, actually. In order to change this country of ours, I'm trying to work out how to reform the shogunate. And I need the help of skilled swordsmen like you to do it.
Reform the shogunate, eh? That's certainly a lot to chew on. Give me some time to consider it, will you? Incidentally, the demon belle of Chiba wants to see you. Don't keep her waiting.
Oh, Ryoma!
Oh!
I had hoped to see you. You finally come back to propose! Haven't you?
Good to see you too, Lady Sana, but I'm sorry. I'm just too busy to be thinking about things like that right now.
Oh? Are you trying to weasel out of your promise? Well, if you're intent on denying me that, then fight me instead!
Okay. But you know how I've never been able to stop myself from going easy on you. Well, my friend here is just as strong as me. Why don't you fight them instead?
Fight them, you say? I have my doubts, but if it will finally make you deliver on your promise, I consent. I warn you, I won't lose. Ryoma will be mine.
Well, I'd love to stay and watch, but I think you need some privacy.
Come! Let's fight! Your opponent is Sanna Chiba, niece of Shusaku. On your guard. Such impeccable technique. Giving up? Far from it. It seems Ryoma spoke true. You are a strong
Lady Sana, I'm afraid you can't win this one.
I'm not done yet.
Enough, Lady Sana. Please, give up.
If you think I'm still a little girl, you're quite mistaken.
Hey, Lady Sana. Okay, thanks. You really helped me out.
Hey, that was some fine work. If you're looking for Ryoma and Lady Sana, they ran off somewhere. But I'd leave them be for now. Besides, you said something about wanting my help to reform the shogunate, right? Very well. Beat me, and I'll lend a hand. I'm warning you. I won't go easy. I can see why Ryoma depends on you. It seems I don't need to hold back. Might have broken my sword, but you've yet to break me. I didn't expect you to push me so hard. This isn't good. All right, you win. Samurai are men of their word. I'll lend you my aid. Indeed. You have my word.
Hachiro, what's going on? Looks like Sana and Ryoma took off somewhere.
Master. Sorry for disturbing you. I was just sparring with this visitor.
I've not seen you before. May I ask why you're here? Oh, dear me. It's time Ryoma reaped what he sowed. He's in for it now.
This is Ryoma's friend. Said they're going round looking for skilled swordsmen to try and reform the shogunate. And they're dead serious about it too. Hell, even strung out me into helping them out.
Damn. To think a master like Hachiro could lose. But if you're after good fighters, why not head to the Odani dojo? Master Odani must be known by just about every swordsman in Edo. He's bound to be a great help. Do come back here whenever you like, though. As a friend of Ryoma, there's no need to be shy.
Have you got something to say to? Well, be seeing you. Have you got... You show a lot of promise. What is it? I wouldn't say that, but if you're wondering why I challenged you to a match, it was merely to test your strength. I was curious, after all. Besides, had Ryoma come to me with a measly job that anyone could do, I'd have rejected him. And why not? I'm not at all like those other Ronin you see bumbling about. I don't work for loose change. I see. Well, be seeing you.
Hey! Are you faring well? I am over the moon. And what might... A fine question. Well, when it comes to the sword, simply lunging about without thought won't get you anywhere. First comes theory. You must learn what a technique is for and why it was created. Building that foundation is important. My focus is the sword. I have not the faintest desire to talk politics. My students ask me for my opinion on a lot of matters. But I say, do as you see fit. You are the ones who will inherit this country, after all. I will say, as an individual, I do hope that the sword will be used to govern this world I've come to cherish. If you'd like me to...
My victory is assured.
And still you improve. A passable... Are you... If you'd like...
Good day. I did a fine job of embarrassing myself last time, didn't I? I've intensified my training regimen now. I won't lose next time.
Sana's always been like that when it comes to swordsmanship. She gets so engrossed in practicing, she's up all hours, missing meals, the whole hog.
I take my training seriously. What's wrong with that? If I want to wed Ryoma one day, I'll need to do my utmost in preparation.
She's not one to back down from her words either. I'm just worried she'll hurt herself one day, working so hard.
I don't quite follow. What is it you think I should do? Who do you mean? You have to tell me! Where are they? Where can I find them? Yoshiwara? I suppose the geisha are rich in experience. Perhaps I could gain some insight into the workings of dear Ryoma's heart. Please, you have to take me to Yoshiwara. I need to speak to someone versed in romance.
I'm unsure how I feel about my darling niece being taken to Yoshiwara. But perhaps it's an opportunity for her to see the world a little.
Yes! Now I have my uncle's blessing. You'll really take me to Yoshiwara, won't you? Thank you! Then we can meet once we're both ready. Ryoma.
Lady Sana, I didn't expect to see you here.
What a surprise. Considering you haven't come to visit since last time, I'd assumed you were busy. But you were carrying on with someone else. Would you care to explain yourself?
Hey! What on earth is going on? Why is Lady Sana here in Yoshiwara? What's that supposed to mean?
Indeed. Unless you are somehow unable.
At any rate, I should be leaving. See you later.
But we haven't seen each other in so long.
Would you please refrain from further censure of that gentleman? I merely asked him to help me find my cats.
Your cats? Oh, is that all? Silly me, jumping to conclusions. In that case, why don't I take Ryoma's place in finding your pets for you? In exchange, will you instruct me in the ways of romance?
Oh, if you are looking for advice on love, I would be delighted to help. Well then, just bring me all the cats in Yoshiwara. I eagerly await your return.
All right, let's be nice and quick about this. Between the two of us, it shouldn't take long. Let's be on our way then. adorable. But one day, it'll up and disappear. And completely forget where it came from. Just like you. I feel as though Ryoma has matured. Not only in his appearance, but in deeper ways. When we used to train together, I was drawn to his honest gaze. But that gaze is set far away now. Far, far away from me. Come, let's head back to Miss Usugumo. You brutes! I won't let you harm a hair on her head.
This is none of your business! Get lost! Don't forget to keep fire on! I don't care if you're tough! Stay out of my love life!
Thank you very much. Not only did you find my cats, but you helped me, even though you are but guests. The previous visitor's deeds betray that he has fallen for my charms. However, I remain my own person. My affections cannot be compelled. In your case, if it pains you to be apart from the one you love, you must develop the courage to let go from time to time.
But I get so worried. Ryoma lives his life as free as the wind. If I were to let go, I don't think he'd ever come back. Yes, you're right. You're exactly right. It's not like me to make such feeble excuses. I've always dreamed of marrying Ryoma and living as his wife. But I fear he dreams of other things entirely. Perhaps trying to prove to him how much I'd grown was all to avoid acknowledging the ways in which Ryoma himself had grown. No more cowardly conduct. No more fear of change. I have to face him for who he is right now.
What a fine expression you wear. I look forward to seeing what becomes of you both when fate has taken its course. I trust you are keeping... So many of my cats have returned. Oh, I am so glad I put my trust in you. Frankly, I had all but assumed you would lose interest in helping me. You really are a strange one. going out of your way to rescue so many of my cats. A rare talent, indeed. In any event, we have yet to find all of my cats. And I am not sure how much longer they will last. I assume that you did not expect me to own so many. Perhaps that is cause for concern. But that is beside the point. I would be ever so grateful if you could find the rest of my little lovelies. I promise you will not go unrewarded. Perhaps... I am afraid I am rather out of sorts. Day or night, all I seem to think about is you. I assumed it was mere lovesickness, but oh, how I suffer and suffer. So much so, I fear I shall cough up blood. What a fool I am to have fallen in love with a customer. But gaining freedom from my bondage seems a hopeless dream. Even so, do you think that you could love me? A Dayu courtesan? And could you express it in words? I understand. No, of course. Love between us could never be more than a fantasy. I was a fool to suggest it during this time of national crisis. I bid you forget tonight's little encounter entirely. Farewell. That concludes our business, does it not? Thank you. It is Oh, what a surprise. Do I send... What? Oh, excuse me. I am rather at a loss for words. For though I have heard those words from many others, to hear them from your lips, from someone so special to me, is truly wonderful. I love you too. And I promise to tend you with care forevermore. Oh. Are you offering to whisk me away? No, fear not. I know that is not your intent. I have no desire to leave. Until the day comes, we might be together. Of course, for your sake, I would follow you anywhere. Into the very bowels of hell, even, if it meant our living side by side. Whatever are you thinking? Asking such questions. Whomever the guest, whatever their whim, my heart will only ever be yours. I am simply delighted that you worry about me so. Your words alone are enough to ease the burden of my days. I have so looked. Indeed, I have never known a joy like our in truth. Sometimes I cannot help but wonder what I would do if you were to stop visiting me. But perhaps if I carried some proof of your love with me, my mind would not be prone to such weakness. If only that were enough to satisfy my insatiable yearning. But if you will continue to help me find my beloved cats, I may choose to view that as a testament to your affection. Though I am not sure I believe you would feel the same way if I were to ever leave Yoshiwara. Still, should that day come, I hope you know I am all yours. Mind, body, and soul. Oh, you need to speak to me? How may... Very... Do you remember the poem I shared with you? The one my name was derived from? The wisps of cloud that linger over peaks lit by sunset's glow are identical in shade to the sleeves of my mourning robes. Do you remember what you said the first time I recited it to you? You did not. Really? Have you forgotten already? In the poem, Genji is mourning the loss of his first love. Gazing at the clouds in the evening sky, he finds their color resembles the clothes he wears in his grief. The color of mourning, the color of ephemeral life. It really is a terribly sad poem, isn't it? But you know, I think it suits someone like me. Someone who could disappear at any moment. You know, it is said that the soul of a woman who disappears from the pleasure district roams the world forevermore in the body of a cat. That shall be me one day. Knowing your skill at such things, I am sure you would. To be honest, if I could, I would never leave your side. Of course, I know that to be impossible. So, perhaps I really should become a cat. That way, I could snuggle up to the one I love. Like this. Can there be anything more painful than parting the morning after one has made love? Be sure to come back to me, else? I might turn into a cat. I see. Farewell, then. I am ever so happy to see you again. Is there anything else you would like? Is there anything else you would like? Will you be... back?
I'm sorry for bothering you, but I have a favor to ask. Won't you hear me out? I'm an instructor at another dojo, you see. And the other day, I saw one of my students cut down a stranger on the street. I confronted him and tried to mete out his punishment, but I couldn't bring myself to finish it, and he escaped. If I face my student again, I fear I'll hesitate again. I can't trust myself to stop him. Please, won't you do it in my stead? Thank you. My student has gotten a taste for blood and will keep on killing. We have no choice but to put him to death. are you? Don't tell me he sent you. Wait. Don't kill me. My master asked you to come, didn't he? If only you'd seen how he laughed as he killed other senior disciples. He must know that I saw him. And now he intends to kill me too. But I cannot die until I have avenged my brothers!
You're back! Safe and sound! You've done it then. Tended to my student. What are you talking about? Did you deal with my student or didn't you? So you did! So you did! Do you have proof of the deed, by any chance? It would set my mind at ease if there was something I could see. Now, you mustn't lie. The man has a dagger that he never parts with. If you don't have it, it means he's still alive. Fine, I'll just kill him myself. It's more enjoyable that way, and I'll become stronger for it. But first things first, I'll amuse myself by killing you. You know too much to let you live. More lives. I must take more lives.
Who are you? And what are you doing at our dojo? For Kaishu? You could say that. Kaishu is Master Odani's cousin, and my pupil. It would have been nice of him to come in person. In that case, well, the master isn't here right now. He's actually... You know, our dojo welcomes competition from other sword styles. Why don't we continue this conversation after some sparring? Well said. Just you try to get the better of Toranosuke Shimada. To study the sword, one must first study the mind. Now let us see how well you know yourself.
finish this! I will beat you next time.
That got the blood pumping, eh?
Enjoy your victory over the great Tanetsugu Oishi. It won't happen again. I was undefeated for decades until I lost to Master Odani. I will show that old man in the end. And I will show you too. Ha! That's what I like to hear.
Master Odani will take on any opponent. But he'd be especially pleased to fight someone of your caliber. He's out training by the riverbank, not far from here. Do go and see him.
Oh. I thought it was nigh time you arrived. I'm Nobutomo Odani, the man you've been looking for. I see. So, you've bested Hachiro and Toranosuke, I surmise. You have a fearsome look indeed. Humility is a virtue. Even among those who write their names in history's pages, fortune favors the humble, while arrogance invites only misfortune. Enough talk. It's time you showed me how well you handle a blade. Oh-ho! I look forward to a display of your prowess, young one. Strike me then. Don't be shy. Well done. Well done. There's no overcoming old age. I should put up a proper fight, lest I end up in the infirmary. Quite impressive. Good grief. It sure ain't easy being old. Oh, you win, you win. Your talent appears to be the real deal. Indeed.
though you could still do with some polishing. The truth is, I've already begun my service to the shogunate at Kaishu's request, as an instructor to any swordsmen he can gather. Well, I can hardly refuse my cousin, can I? I planned to turn him down, as I didn't want to neglect my dojo. But the chance to train someone like you, how could I say no? I suppose I'll be giving my all to this new role. No need to thank me. Well, in any case, I'll do what I can. Rest assured, you are in safe hands now.
Thought I'd drop by.
Heading out already.
Damn rascal! Punish him! child's play. Who are you? Why are you here? I wouldn't go that far. But I do indeed practice Western medicine. I see we share the same goal. But unfortunately, now is not the time. Katsu? Ah, the Shogun's man. But look, I need to attend to my own business before we can talk. Simply chatting won't help matters. But since there's nobody else I can ask, I might as well share. Ine Kusumoto. I studied Western medicine, and I'm researching a cure for cholera here. Those suffering with the disease cannot be ignored. But I am yet to see much in the way of success. I've been trying to make medicine, but it all turned out to be poison. And a deadly one to boot. It needs to be properly sealed in a container, or poison gas will escape. The anti-Shogunate folks heard about it somewhere, and came to ask me how to make it. They're up to no good, I'm certain. And they've been haranguing me in my lab ever since. All of my colleagues were terrified, and ran off. They sent me a threat this morning. They're planning an attack. But I can't just turn my back and flee. I have to protect my lab. I have. Countless times. But they won't see me. I think one of the officials has it out for me. It's because my father, Philip Franz von Siebold, is a Westerner. And the fact that I, his daughter, practice Western medicine is all the more despised. Truly? Okay, please. That's wonderful news. They're planning to strike when the sun sets. Are you ready? The gates are blockaded, so it will take time for them to get in. Which means they'll likely approach from the rear. I'm counting on you. But please, take care of yourself. They're here. Whatever it takes. We can't let them destroy the lab. There are jars of poison in the garden. Try sending them at the intruders.
Very nice.
Hired a bodyguard, have you? The cheek. I let my guard down. Ready and work.
Coming in from the front too. Head over there.
That was smooth.
Here they come! Prepare yourself!
You're not looking so good. Over for a moment.
Please, Dr. Kusamoto, you must help.
Please, make these people leave.
You, by the looks of it, you're not with us this time.
We'll have to knock some sense into you.
Let me help.
I hope you're prepared for something.
Just the other one left.
It'll take a lot more than that to stop me.
Thought it was over for a moment.
That's enough for today, I think. I'll be going.
Thank you so much. I am truly grateful to you. Now I can finally go back to studying cures for cholera. Could I ask another favor? Would you be so kind as to track down Dr. Narasaki? He was rounded up during the recent purge, and he's still in custody. I heard he had just come up with a concoction that eased the symptoms of cholera. I have my work cut out rebuilding this medical facility. In the meantime, I would very much like you to speak to him for me. Please do this for me. And if ever you need anything, you know where to find me.